Candle?
Yeah, it's actually really nice smelling, to be fair. Unfortunately, people can't really smell it.
You should use candles more.
I use loads. I've got loads of candles.
Where are they?
In my bedroom.
You have candles in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Why? What are you, praying?
Possibly.
Why do you have candles in your... I don't have candles in my bedroom. I have candles in my front room.
I have candles in my bedroom because of the scents.
Yeah.
The sex.
That candles help with your sex?
Yeah.
I've never had sex with candles. I'd be worried.
You're not meant to have sex with candles.
Not with...
This you and TK Maxx going around the candle section just fucking every single cat.
Just me banging smoked bourbon. That is what that is.
Yeah, smoked bourbon. It's a lovely smell.
I do like kind of weird smell. Smoked bourbon, old leather.
Old leather?
There's a thing called old leather.
I would love a candle that's got the smell of petrol. I love the smell of petrol.
You want to bang to the smell of petrol?
No, I don't want to bang to it. I just like the smell of it.
Nah, I don't like the smell of petrol.
I like banging to the smell of like KFC.
You like banging to the smell of like KFC?
Yeah.
Do you have to be the fattest person all the time? Like, that's the fattest thing I've ever heard a human being say. I like to bang to the smell of KFC.
Yeah, it's a nice smell.
No, it's not. It's food.
11 herbs and spices. It helps me last longer because I try and name all the spices I do it.
You don't know. I couldn't even tell you one of the spices in
Oregano.
Is that really in it?
Oregano, smoked paprika, yeah.
Shame is delicious.
Hello and welcome to Shame is Delicious. With me, Eshaan Akbar, and him, Darren Harriott.
Yeah, let's get into it. Right, some fucker has stolen our cameras.
Okay, wait.
No. We're going to go straight into it. Right? Somebody has stolen our cameras. So if it looks a bit weird, it's because we're having to use mobile phones right now.
Yeah.
But honestly, we need to get a gang together and we need to go out there and we need to...
I think you left the gang life behind, didn't you?
No, I want to go back.
Gonna print some t-shirts, are you?
Give me a printed t-shirt, give me my hoodie and my switchblade. We're going to... Hey, I know you're watching this, you fucking loser. We're going to find you and we're not going to kill you, but we're going to kill your grandparents if they're not already dead.
Oh, wow. I just want you to get shingles. And
that sounds worse.
What, they're killing their grandparents?
No, but when you say, I just want you to get shingles. Shingles is horrible.
Yeah, that's right, but it's non-fatal.
Yeah, but I thought shingles was fatal.
No, it's not.
No.
I thought shingles, okay.
Anyway, so let's see what happens.
Wait,
right?
how do you get shingles?
It's like herpes, isn't it? I've had shingles once. It's really painful. You get like this...
The little mites, aren't they?
No, you get like a little rash down your side of your stomach.
No, I don't want them to have a rash. I want them to die.
It's really painful, though.
Oh,
You
is
can't
it?
wear anything. Yeah.
I want you to have a kidney stone.
Oh, yeah,
about that?
that's good.
Huh?
Yeah. I want you to be constipated for a few days.
So basically what's happened is we left some cameras here. We come back. Someone's stolen them. Now, what is quite upsetting for us and worrying was that it's quite a clean job, as you will. It's not like there was a door broken and, things were turned over.
No.
We actually didn't notice until we were here for about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Just before we were about to start recording, Owen went to get the cameras and he was kind of quietly just running around a bit.
Yeah.
And he was looking under tables and he was opening cupboards and all sorts, looking in the fridge. Yeah. And I said to Owen, what are you looking for? And then Owen goes, the cameras. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. We were both sitting down, just like, Owen, what's he like?
What larks, Owen?
What's he like, Aaron? He probably took him home and didn't realise.
Didn't realise, but no, alas, all 3 cameras are gone. Thanks to the amazing work of Alice's partner.
Yeah.
Who brought over 1 camera, which I'm looking at now. We've got a phone. Whose phone is that? That's Owen's phone. And another camera.
I like how you get the actual proper camera and I'm getting the phone. You're going to look like in HD. Is that because he's got hair? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Because you've got really good hair.
And glasses.
Yeah, I hope people hate your glasses.
No, they're going to love my glasses.
Eshaan's got a new pair of glasses, very expensive glasses, but the lenses keep changing colour. So they go like, because I've seen it and it looks pink. I think Alice said they look orange at one point. Yeah. And he's walking around with this sort of like, almost like a new Hugh Hefner type attitude. And I don't think he should be. He should have the attitude of a guy who cleans Hugh Hefner's garden.
Which garden are you talking about?
What? Hugh Hefner's garden.
But also,
do you know he took so much Viagra he was deaf? He went deaf. You can use so much Viagra that he started to get deaf. Also, he was like 92 though.
But also, okay.
He was like really old.
I suspect the age thing is more related to?
I don't know, because he was on Viagra from a very early age.
Have you ever used Viagra?
Nah.
Have you not?
Nah, I'm pretty good. See, here's the thing. Okay, I guess that's what you were leading to. Tell us more, oh Don Juan.
Well, basically, so you know when you go out and you drink too much?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or...
You didn't buy the little pills out of the...
Oh, you didn't do that?
No.
You didn't. You bought a condom, took some tissue and
Yeah,
bought a little
no. I got it from my guy who gets me other fun stuff. He had some.
No, first of all, put a pin there. No drug dealer.
They do.
Is
Mum
like,
does.
do you also want Viagra?
No, I asked him.
He must have looked at you like a complete...
Look, he might have got it out of his pocket. I have no idea.
Also, a lot of drugs help you get an erection quicker.
No. But if you're drinking too much,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, it's off, it's going to pop off.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay.
When do you do Viagra? So my worry with Viagra
I time it for like 43 minutes before.
So at 3 p.m., you're like, okay, we need to start thinking of how we're getting back to the house. Because I got 43. You look at the Uber, Uber's like, it's going to take 55 minutes. You're like, no.
It's happened once where I mistimed it, so I just carried on with the foreplay, which was a good thing in the end.
Oh, you were just waiting with a tent in your pants.
It's so good to be... Do you know what? It's actually better without the real cameras because I feel a bit more unhinged.
No, it's... when you use a Viagra, do you tell the girl you're using a Viagra?
No.
Oh, you are a fake. You're like a guy who wears shoe lifts.
What?
Like,
why?
Tell her your real height.
No, why?
Because you're...
It doesn't make it bigger.
No, it doesn't make it bigger, but it makes it better. I was going to say more ferocious. I said it makes your erection more ferocious. No, but you're gonna have sex with her for the first time.
No, it's not the first time. It's someone I've been with before.
What was I thinking? I don't know why. For some reason, I thought
both instances with someone I'd been with before.
And she's like, "Wow, you really stuck it on me." You're like, "I don't know, babes. I was just in the mood."
Yeah, exactly. They're like, "Wow, you're
really hiding a pat rapper."
She's like, "I'm really impressed because you've been drinking since since 11 a.m. this morning." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Fucking mad."
It's all you, baby.
But the thing is, what it doesn't do though, it just makes you hard. It doesn't stop the sensitivity. So you still got to perform.
Yeah.
The same way.
It just makes
which surprised me the first time.
But it makes you harder.
Caught me by surprise.
But it makes you harder for longer, and it makes it harder for you to come, right?
No, it makes you hard.
Yeah.
For longer.
Yeah.
But your sensitivity is still pretty much the same. So you can come just as quickly.
Well,
you can usually come quickly.
Can you have sex more? As in, like, so you have sex, you come.
Yeah, then you can go
have
again.
Sex again.
Yeah.
I've never done that, dude. I am a one-time and done guy. I'm literally, if I ejaculate today, I'm ready for sex next week. I can't do it all the time. And maybe it's because I'm just getting into what I call black middle age. Like 34 is black middle age. I'm getting it. I didn't sort of mortgage out. Yeah, I can't.
They're not going to give you one. You're in black middle age
true.
and you're a self-employed comedian.
I have sex. If I have sex on Monday, man, by Saturday, I'm like, I could probably go again.
I believe you, but you had a very rampant Edinburgh a few years ago.
It wasn't as rampant as you'd think because it was a lot of it was big gaps in between. I never had loads of random people at the house. It was like I was seeing someone and it was like every...
Well, you were jumping a lot on the bed then, if you weren't.
Well, yeah, that was me just doing my Taibo. Taibo, I'm an old lady.
Yeah, you are an old lady.
I was trying to think of like some sort of martial arts that was like Zumba. That would have probably been better, innit?
Zumba? Why would you do Zumba on the bed?
Because you're working out. I was just trying to be funny. Why are you...
sorry.
What? Because we don't have... we get our cameras nicked and all of a sudden you're fucking judging my jokes.
No, sorry, I'm not judging the jokes.
Fuck you.
I'm just trying to go with it.
No, well, don't go with it by going, what's that? How about you yes and for once? Yeah?
Okay.
Yes, have you ever done improv?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, I have as well.
I did something called Bollyprov.
What is Bollyprov?
Bollywood improv.
What's Bollyprov? I've never heard of it.
But you keep your standing until you get like 60 people behind you in a dance troupe.
An hour later, you're just all just like this.
that felt racist.
Yeah, it really did.
I liked it.
Yeah. It was so racist, Owen's going to cut that up.
Yeah, I was going to keep that bit up. Other than the cameras being stolen, lots of fun things happening. He's pointing. Look at this. Tell us what you think about the sign.
We have.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, we have. And the
Hand painted.
yeah.
By,
Children made it.
Yeah, basically, we went to the Manston camp.
The what? Hold on, there's that Bollyprov.
You know where they had the attempted petrol bombing? The refugee camp.
Listen, we don't all read newspapers every day. Help us out here. Alice, did you know that?
Of course, I knew that.
Yeah, come on, Alice.
Okay, I was just saying, because Alice
Basically,
didn't know that was...
My job would not be my job if I didn't.
If you
know
didn't
that.
know the news. So basically, there was an attempted petrol bombing from a white terrorist
What year?
like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Okay, Owen's nodding his head. What is this?
He threw 3 petrol bombs and then killed himself
Where?
Kent.
in Kent.
What? This is a UK thing. That sounds like something I would talk about on stage.
Yeah.
I never heard this.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah. So this white guy drove to Manston
Yeah.
in Kent, threw 3 petrol bombs. I don't think anyone died, except him. So it was a white
Oh, so
suicide bomber.
he threw petrol bombs
Or
and
was
he...
it? They were thrown at Dover, weren't they? Was it at
Dover.
Manston? It was a different.
Oh, the Manston's the processing centre.
Manston's the processing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Processing centre for terrorists.
For
The
refugees.
petrol bombs were thrown at Dover.
Oh, so he was trying to kill terrorists.
Yeah.
I mean, to try to kill...
Refugee. Whoa.
Oh, wait,
You
hold on a
see
second.
what happens
Hold on a second,
when
guys.
you have this constant reminder, this barrage.
That was bad. That was a bad trick.
Oh boy!
That's not what I meant. I meant refugees
Too
who
late.
need to be protected.
Too late.
Why you say it sounds worse because you're brown saying that.
Yeah.
It sounds way worse when you say that they need to be protected. Sorry, what was you saying, sir?
So yeah, and so they went through a tough time. So we commissioned them. Now the joke doesn't work anymore because we had to explain the fucking story.
Oh my god! I completely forgot we were talking about the sign. Oh my god! That was whoa! I know me and you go off, but that was rough because I completely forgot. I was sweating about terrorists or something.
It was either that or we commissioned someone who did a really good job. Thank you.
Yeah. We quit. Yeah, it was great. We found someone who's given us a Shame and Delicious logo here. The other issue is because we don't have our normal cameras in, we don't actually get to see it in its full glory.
Yeah, for the first time, but you'll see it in
and
future episodes.
again, I'm still annoyed that you've got the proper camera on you. That's furious. Annoying.
The other thing that's happened as well recently that's been exciting for all of us is I led a strategy to do some logistical rearrangements of the studio.
Okay.
Now it looks absolutely amazing. Honestly, it's such a wonderful studio. I'm so proud to be a part of Shame is Delicious.
First
If
of
only
all-
we had a camera to record it. Eh?
First of all, Eshaan, your stepdad energy is annoying. Okay, you're like a stepdad who's like, "Hey guys, we're gonna go to the park today. I'm gonna do my best to make you love me." When it comes to this podcast, I do absolutely fucking everything.
It's not
right?
true. What he does is...
No, it is.
Okay.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
The only good thing Eshaan has done
Oh,
for
here
this
we go.
podcast,
Oh, here we go.
right? No, fuck you. Is you got Owen? That.
Well, yes, thanks.
He was the one who found you.
He's great.
No. Owen is. I'd pick Owen over you. Owen is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he is,
right.
yeah.
Owen is amazing.
Yeah.
That's what you've done,
Yeah.
and obviously your contributions on the podcast aren't terrible.
Yeah.
Right. Are great, but today
That's 2 things he's mentioned, yeah?
because today
Yeah.
we lost the cameras. I say we lost; they were stolen.
That was stolen. That's not my
Eshaan
fault.
had an idea. He goes, "You know what we should do? We should tidy up the studio." And I'll be honest, we've moved a few things, and it actually looks pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The problem is he keeps mentioning it, so now I'm starting to hate him
Yeah.
more than normal.
No, but the thing is because what Darren did, what he does, because I love the boy with all my heart, but he buys lots of stuff and then just leaves it.
Yeah,
So today I cleaned it, and I tell you what,
clean it.
this place looks elite. The Shame is Delicious. There's nothing shameful about our studio anymore, except the fact the cameras were stolen.
I know.
Plastic cup on the tripod.
There is a plastic cup on
We will-
2 of them.
We'll post. Yeah, we'll post a picture of what's happened. It's the most ghetto setup.
It
we've
is.
ever had.
If someone else walked in here, there'd be like some weird snuff films being filmed in here, man.
Bro, I was here for about an hour and a half. That, by the way, so just so anyone wants to know how this podcast generally runs, me and Eshaan literally do the least amount of
Yeah,
work.
we do the least amount of work.
Owen and Alice
Are the
do
goats.
fucking everything.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do the least amount of work here. So
The subtitling, the funny zooms in, the descriptions, the social media, it's all them.
all them. The fact the
them.
audio is great. It's
Yeah.
literally
All them.
Me and Eshaan will just say, yep, and we'll pay for it. We don't do shit.
He'll call refugees terrorists. That's what he does.
Why would you say that? That's not a thing. My tongue slipped. I got big teeth. I can't help it.
What the fuck has that got to do with
I
it?
don't know. I'm trying to get out of it, dude. I'm doing dancing on ice, man.
great,
Someone gonna fucking kill me. So, what we're trying to do here, I forgot where I'm going. I've drank too much. I was so annoyed at the fact that cameras have been nuts. I
I know.
drank too much.
You drank too much what?
I drank too much. So we got coffee flavored rum.
Coffee and rum. Can we show them this?
You may show them.
Look
that.
at this. So, Darren, we're gonna say won this
Yeah.
on House of Games. It's a decanter. And he's filled it with some lovely brandy.
I have filled it with brandy. The problem is the decanter is absolutely amazing and
It's
worth
fucking heavy, man.
worth its weight in gold, whereas the brandy we've put in is a sort of brandy that you wouldn't even put a sparkler in a ghetto nightclub.
Yeah.
It's not even
You
good
drink on a
brandy.
Tuesday morning
You drink out
outside an off license.
This is how bad the brandy was. Somebody went in here and stole our cameras and didn't take any of the alcohol.
They also didn't take any of your trainers.
They didn't take any. Yeah, I'm a size 13.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, dude. If you're gonna steal something, you're not gonna steal size 13 Jordan.
That's true. It was probably quite a small-footed person.
Yeah. To be honest, he probably could have put 3 of the cameras in one of my trainers.
Yeah,
and
that's
took
true.
them back.
That is true.
He probably walked in and went, bloody hell, this guy's a giant. You know what's really annoying? The person who stole the cameras, I think, watches the podcast and is aware of the podcast. You!
How dare you? Why? We're trying to give you some fun times here.
Stole our cameras.
How is Dancing on Ice going?
It's going great. The problem with Dancing on Ice for me is it's the most time-consuming thing I've ever done. So you got to train, you got to stretch, you got to learn routines. I've had relationships with less commitment than I've had. I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
But learning how to ice skate is fantastic. When you get it right, that feeling is phenomenal.
Had you ever ice skated before?
People keep asking me this. Like,
Well, yeah, obviously. That's
have
going
you
to
ever
be...
ice? No! Why would I ice skate?
Have you ever been on a date like
Bro,
on an ice
bro,
rink?
I grew up in a poor, cold house. When you grow up in
So
a
there's
cold...
probably ice on the floor.
Yeah, when you grow up... when you grow up in a cold house...
Sliding around the kitchen. Mum, look, I'm skating because we can't afford
my
heating.
toast is slipping. When you grow up in a cold house, you're not going to go to a cold rink. It made no sense to me.
All right, yeah, fine.
Only people with heating did that. So I'm learning like how to control my body. It's all in the knees and the ankles.
Right.
So as of this recording, I've got about 9 weeks until the first live show. Are you coming to see me? You going to come down?
Yeah.
Why would you say it like that? Why would you say it like that?
I just didn't realise that was an option.
Yeah, there's live shows every week. There's like free tickets for people to come. Owen, Alice, you want to come down? You can see Dancing on Ice.
Did you hear the silence?
That was fucking. That was real.
I think I'm working.
Wow!
Do you know what happened? We complimented them. Now they're like, we're the fucking
Yeah,
goats.
oh, no,
This
yeah.
one. They're like,
really-
we don't need these two dickheads.
We really gave them all
Yeah.
their flowers, and
Yeah.
now they're like, you know what? We're giving you mud.
Yeah. they're like,
Have the mud off
fuck
the flowers.
these guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
so-
no, genuinely, though, I would love to come along.
Yeah, you gotta come. Come, yeah, come.
Give me the dates, I'll come along.
15th of January is the first live show,
I
and then
can't
every
do that. I'm
Sunday,
filming.
and then every Sunday after that, we're
I genuinely
doing dancing on ice. But the first week, so 15th of January, we get split in half. So it's 5 celebrities. So 15th is 5,
Yeah.
and then the following week, 23rd, also 5.
Who's your dance partner?
My dance partner? Her name's Tippy Packard. She's great.
Packard, okay.
She's fantastic. She's got great energy. She knows how to dance. She knows how to move. And
You would hope so. She's fucking.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, have you ever danced with a fridge before? Well, I'm sorry, Bab. And I haven't got my shoes yet. I haven't got my shoes.
Skates.
I haven't got my figure skates
Figure skate. And
because I've got the biggest feet they've ever had on the show. And I'm pretty confident that they've never made figure skates that would fit a size. I think I'm about 14 and a half.
yeah, because figure skating is something you associate with people who are like
Elegant.
a bit smaller, elegant, yeah, a bit, and like are able to like jump, and they're probably quite small. They probably never had a giraffe on them.
Yeah, so I've met a few of the male pros, and a couple of them are about my height, but they're at 11 or 12, but they still have that sort of elegance about them, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas I don't really have that. I'm quite
Thing
hunched
is,
over.
I've seen you shuffling. You're quite elegant. You're a very
am.
good shuffler.
Thank you.
Impressively good.
Thank you. I've done a lot of ecstasy in my time. Yeah. That's why I can dance.
No, but shuffling, you do look really good. Genuinely, I'm quite jealous of your ability to shuffle. I can't really shuffle.
you can't really shuffle.
I can do the truffle shuffle.
You can't really shuffle, however, but you, I saw your celebrity mastermind clip, and you were a Bollywood dancer,
Yeah, I was a Bollywood dance choreographer.
and you had a whole load of people with you as well.
I had a
I
whole
know
load of
Bollywood
people.
dance; it's quite simple. It's sort of that's Bollywood immediately. Don't look like
That's-
that. That's definitely Bollywood.
that's
I've
one
watched
move,
your films. I've seen
It
that.
can be, yeah.
And also the classic light bulb. Don't look like that's not what
The
it is.
thing with the light bulb is, what are you doing? Because I did the light bulb again. What are you doing with your left hand?
Oh, my left hand is sort of just being a bit of encouragement for my right arm. It's sort of just like just helping me. I don't need it, but if I do it like that, it looks weird. That doesn't look good. But if I go like that, you go, hey, look at this guy. He's well into it. Eh?
Okay. So that was basically what I
Bit
did.
of Bobby Fraction.
Is choreographed those two moves
Yeah,
for 11 years,
exactly. Yeah, and then the one song that was played was Punjabi MC.
which is also not Bollywood, but there you go.
Daddy Body Body had it. That's Bollywood.
Keep going.
I don't know the rest.
No,
I don't know.
you can do the tune.
There's Punjabi MC at the beginning.
How does
Is
it
it
go?
not classed as Bollywood even though he's speaking in Punjab? Is it
Do
actually?
you know what? I even think Nigel Farage could ask a more sensitively worded question.
How
than
is that? How is that not? Why is that not? That's
Because Punjab is a region, not a language, number one.
Punjabi.
Yeah,
Punjabi. Sorry.
yeah. And Bollywood is predominantly Hindi.
Is it?
Yeah, and there's Bhangra, which is different from
I've
Bollywood.
never heard of Pongra before. What's Pongra?
Or Bhangra, you might know it as Bhangra.
Oh, Bangra. I know Bangra. Pongra. What's Pongra?
Bhangra is the way it's pronounced. Bhangra is the way you say it when you're English.
Lying. So we've been saying it. So we've been saying it wrong all this time.
Yeah.
So when you talk to,
So like, it's like how I say rice and peas,
yeah,
but actually you're like a rice and pea. It's like how I say super malt and you say super malt.
okay. How do we say bacon sandwich?
Beer can sandwich.
Okay. Didn't realize we sound like Ant and Deck. You are awful.
What do you mean?
At least I'm
Beer
trying
can.
not to be racist.
No, I'm not trying to be. How? Okay. How
Hi.
would your family member say bacon sandwich?
They would just say bacon sandwich.
No, they wouldn't.
No, they would. Yeah,
What
they
would
would.
they say in Jamaica?
Some of them are Rasta, so they wouldn't even say bacon sandwich.
Okay.
They would just say, I'd have a
What?
sandwich.
Okay, because they're Rasta, they'd be like, you can't eat bacon sandwiches.
Yeah, of course,
Well-
because they're great people.
Yeah. And so what would they say in Jamaica? What would they how to say it?
In Jamaica, if they have a bacon sandwich.
If they say you can't eat a bacon sandwich, how would they say it?
But the question is, how do you think they would say it?
No, I'm asking
From
you
your
how they say
limited experience of being around Brixton.
it. No, I know black people.
Oof. God, you went full Pretty Patel on that one.
No, I didn't. Because Richard
was
Patel said,
more
I
Ricky
don't know black
Gervais.
people. That's a big difference.
Yeah, pretty so racist. She's not even bothering.
In response to your question, Bollywood and Bhangra
Yeah.
are two different genres.
How do you pronounce it properly? Like Pongra?
Bhangra.
Bongra. I never knew that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why would I? No one's pronouncing it like that to me. So Bollywood and yeah, but Bollywood.
So Bollywood refers to the Indian film
Yeah.
soundtracks.
Bhangra is a certain music from a certain region.
From the Punjab. It's predominantly Punjabi music.
Yeah,
that's the main difference.
See, this is why we learn.
Live and learn.
This is why we learn. You see, this
What's
is why
the difference between reggae and dancehall?
dancehall's much more upbeat.
You were expecting a racist question there, weren't you?
I-
I saw you getting ready.
I swear to God, I expected a real racist question. I was like, why are they here? Well, what's the difference between reggae and dancehall? Also, why are black people here? Why don't
Also,
they...
question one, part B.
yeah, part C, why don't they swim? Yeah, reggae is a lot slower and it's more classic. Dancehall is dancehall is basically the Caribbean version of like Afrobeats in terms of like they've took something and have made it a bit more R&B and a bit faster.
Yep, okay.
But
Which do you prefer?
dancehall and reggae.
Yeah.
I think reggae's got more classics, but when I was a teenager, when I was at 18, 19, dancehall was really taking off.
Yeah.
Like, for example, everybody remember Dirty Wine? Tony Maton. My girl, Dirty Wine, my girl. Dirty. Okay, remember Punjabi MC?
Yeah.
Oh God, I was telling you, this is a unique podcast. Dude.
This is something,
I'm telling
isn't
you,
it?
there's something for everyone. There's
It is
something for everyone.
something else. So, have you been like traveling much as well? With dancing and Isaac in one place.
Yeah. So obviously, I live in London, but I'm training in North London.
Okay. Do you have different kind of plugs there?
For people listening or watching, me, Owen, and Alice have no idea what just happened. We're actually slightly confused. We're actually worried for his well-being on that one.
Basically, Owen held up a sign saying plugs.
Oh yeah, and I saw it, and I thought you was going to go into plugs, and instead you.
That's why I asked you whether they have different kind of plugs in North London.
They're making a note because they know they're going to edit this bit out. I actually don't want this edited out. I want this to stay in because it's something just for you.
It was just for me.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. It made me laugh.
Shame is delicious.
Eshaan, what you got coming up?
Well, my debut tour
Jeez.
kicks off February the 23rd next year.
Wait, you've never toured before?
No, never toured before.
Amazing.
Thank you. So my first tour, going all over the country, tickets in all sorts of places. I've already sold 25% of my total tickets for the moment, which is pretty
Nice.
good at this juncture. So go to eshaanakbar.com/tour to pick up tickets. I'm definitely going to be in a town or city or village near you. Winchester, I've sold 2.
Okay. What date is Winchester?
I don't know, can't remember.
Is it February?
No, it's in March.
March. So Winchester in March. We need to get everyone out there and go see Eshaan.
Yeah.
Avoid his London dates and go to Winchester instead.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, because London, you're still set out with London.
Yeah, London, Liverpool are doing very well for me.
Yeah, what's your tour called?
It's called The Pretender.
Yeah, okay.
It's a show all about how we're all pretending all the time.
Yeah, you pretend to be a nice guy. Classic. Anything else you got coming up other than the tour, of course?
I've got an episode of QI airing at some point later in the year, and I have got another big announcement coming very, very soon, which I can't tell you about now, but people in the room know, and it's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in my career so far.
I mean, it's the most exciting thing that's happened in my career so far. It's honestly, people who go, oh, Darren's doing Dancing on Ice and like Love Island After Sun and all that.
Yeah, of course.
What Eshaan is doing is insane.
Yeah.
It's bigger than all of them put together. That's how
kind,
crazy it
Thank
is.
you, bro.
For such an unlikable person.
What's going on with you?
You can find me doing my show, You Dress Funny, on the 13th of December. We're doing it at the Boat Show. So it's you've done it, of course, where comedians wear sort of outfits or costumes they've never worn before on stage.
Yep.
And me and Rachel Fairburn, my co-host, we go on stage and we chat to them. Great show. I've got some big news coming out quite soon as well. But I can't announce it yet as well. Yeah, it's not as big as yours, though. It's still hurts. Of course, we've got Leicester Comedy Festival coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's the Comedy Festival for the pod.
For the pod.
It's our first live pod performance.
It is our first live pod
on the
performance
16th
then.
of February.
Yep. Do come. It'll be me and Eshaan. We've got some special guests lined up as well who'll be there. So come see the podcast. I will also be doing my preview of my new show at Leicester Comedy Festival as well. I can't remember the date right now, but it's on my Instagram. Eshaan, are you doing anything else at Leicester Comedy Festival?
I'll do stuff at Leicester Comedy Festival, but I've also got some preview dates. So make sure you follow both of us. Follow the pod anyway, at Shame Delicious, but follow each of us. I'm at Eshaan Akbar. You're at
Darren Harriott. So yeah, 16th of Feb, do come and see us live as well. Okay.
See you there.
In case you're wondering, we've only got one camera now. Hi! Yeah, the other cameras, they've stopped working.
Yeah.
One memory was full, and I think the other one, the battery died. We don't normally have our normal battery, so it's very DIY.
Today,
right now.
I mean, look, today is podcasting 101 stuff. I know you've been used to some brilliant camera quality and all this stuff. Look, it's not our fault.
Guys,
That's
it's
all.
2007 right now.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. We're
That's
doing it
what
on
it
one
is.
camera.
We're going to be asking you your
We're going to
ASL.
do makeup tutorials in a minute.
Yeah, what's your MSN?
Yeah. What's your BBM?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, MySpace.
So bear with us. Enjoy us over there as you are. I mean, oh man, because you were saying the thing that annoys you most about the fact that the camera's got someone was the finesse.
it's mate, we have been finessed in a way. So listen, working class kid, there's a part of me that kind of respects it.
Yeah. There
they
was a
didn't-
sense of admiration in your.
Yeah, they didn't cause it any trouble,
Yeah.
really. They didn't break anything.
Yeah.
They just sort of,
took
however
their
they
orders.
managed to get in, took a couple of cameras, didn't even take any of the alcohol, didn't even flip over a tripod, didn't take
Yeah.
the mixer or anything like that. They just came in, yoink.
Yeah, like a cat just stepped over the wires. Have you ever stolen anything? Okay.
Nah, me.
No.
Me. I got sacked from JD for stealing.
What did you steal?
So I used to work at JD Sports in a little place called Merry Hill. Yeah, of course, you know. I was 17 and everybody was on the rub. Like
Right.
everybody was on the rub. And when you already have a staff that's on the rub, when a new guy comes in, it's a bit like The Departed. You know, you're not going to let them in that you're undercover straight away.
Right, yeah.
You gotta find out if they're cool or not. So anyway, I found out a couple months in that everybody was on the rub. And when I say they were on the rub, they were on the rub.
Like
As in, for example, if you wanted to buy a pair of trainers,
yeah.
you wanted a pair of trainers, you would get your friend to come in to buy those trainers, and then you would give them a extra bag filled with other trainers in. So as long as there was a transaction. So for example, if you spent £100 on trainers, you'd
Yeah.
probably get about 400 quid's worth of stuff with the trainers.
Right.
So they were robbing the place.
But
blind.
okay, but then this is why sometimes when I see security at certain places, I'm like, what are you going to do about this uncle?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they have all these like old uncles, Asian and African, standing outside who've never run
Yeah.
in their life.
Yeah.
The last time they ran was when they came to
The only thing they
country.
do is they stink up the work microwave with their foods.
Right.
That's true. That's true. We do that. That's our people.
that
people.
is true.
Yeah, we stink
Right?
up the work
So
microwave.
they're there. So a guy's got in to buy a pair of trainers
Yeah.
and he comes out with 4 bags.
Yeah, because you're the one on the till.
Right.
So the manager and whatever, the supervisors weren't in on it. It was only the
Right.
staff.
And the security guard went,
There was no
Bat an
security
eyelid.
guard in it. Because it's a shopping centre. There's
Yeah.
security for the shopping centre, but there's none in the shops.
Shop, yeah.
So
yeah.
what was happening was everybody was doing it. Everybody was stealing on the rob like crazy. Anyway, I got in on it. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm on £3.16 an hour. It's 2006. I'm listening to Kanye West late registration. I'm going to Hell's Owen College University.
Yeah.
Me. Hell's Owen College doing a BTEC in drama. I'm like, you know what? This is my time. I'm stealing, baby.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
took a pair of Air Max 95s. They're 110 quid in a size UK 13. Oh, baby. And I hid them in the back. Anyway, you know when you do something wrong or illegal, you're hyper aware of everything around.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember I put the trainers back and I heard the phone ring in the back. And I saw the supervisor walk through about maybe 20 minutes after it happened.
You're like cameras.
And I'm
going
like, that's weird.
yeah, what's happened here?
But you know what, Darren, don't worry about it. You're just being worried. 17-year-old me, full head of hair, pencil borderline beard.
Ah,
right there.
lovely stuff.
Oh my God.
Is this your Chris Rock years?
This was more my 50 Cent years,
Okay,
early
fine.
50 Cent,
Okay.
because I often call myself a PIMP. Anyway,
There's some pictures of Darren looking like a fat Chris Rock, and they're fucking amazing.
they really
One
are,
day
yeah.
we'll put it on the pod.
I came back to the back where I put the trainers. Trainers are gone. 20 minutes after I put them out. 20 minutes after I
Oh.
saw the supervisor go in the back after the phone rang, I'm like, what's going on here? Couldn't find the trainers. Told the other people, I tried to put some trainers, I don't know where they've gone. They're all looking with me because obviously they know that we're all in on it.
Yeah.
Nothing. But, about 4 months later, I get a call. from the
Oh
boss.
man, I'm feeling so anxious.
I came in there and they were like, and there's this guy. So I remember he was from Newcastle,
Right.
this like investigator for JD Sports.
Right.
And it was like this middle-aged white guy who was a Geordie. And back then, you know, I'd never met a Geordie before.
Right.
And I was like, why is this guy wearing a vest? Let's just say he was wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he was like, and he gave a speech. Because bear in mind, this guy must have been about 40. He works for JD Sports,
Yeah.
investigator. He's used to dealing with kids. I was 17. He walks in and he goes, many years ago here, we hire lots of young people at JD Sports because it's a sports shop. Everybody wants to work for JD Sports. It's amazing sports. But you know, people are young, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it was really like a drama, like
Yeah.
a real theatrical.
The B-Tech drama coming up with him.
Oh, the beat! I was looking at him going,
Did you go to Hell's Own?
very well done. Do you know Stanislavski?
Congratulations.
And do you know Shakespeare, sir? And he goes, and we understand that, you know, we have very expensive items, very desirable items, and people, you know, their judgment gets the better of them, and they forget where they are, and they just
He's giving you the speech.
giving me the speech. And
Damn.
I'm sitting there going, what's all this about? And he's like, and we've had this JD Sports at the top floor of Merry Hill for many years now, and there was often lots of thefts. And I was like, in my head I went, oh no, thefts. And in my head I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is this the trainers? From
4 months later, yeah.
Bear in mind, when I gave those trainers, the 4 months after that, they're on the rub. Everyone's on the rub.
Everyone's still stealing stuff.
I stopped being on the rub. I went back to put the trainers away because I was so scared. I actually didn't want to steal the trainers. So I went back in there thinking, I got too nervous. I'm going to put them back.
Yeah.
We're gone. And then he went, have a look over there. It's the size 13 Air Maxes. And I'm like, what? And he went, we've had hidden cameras here for years. We didn't tell anyone. We knew there was thefts going on. We've got you on camera, taking these trainers and putting them in a certain place. We knew you was on the rub. It's okay. Here at JD Sports, and he kept saying that, here at JD Sports, we understand that young people make foolish mistakes. The whole point of being young. We don't get the police involved. All we want from you is just admit your wrongdoing. So did you steal those trainers? And I don't remember stealing those trainers. He went, did you steal the trainers? Did you think about taking those trainers home without paying them? And I went, nice trainers. And he went, be honest, Darren. It's all right. Don't worry. There's no police involved. Don't worry about it. I went, oh, yeah. I was like, I was thinking about it. And he went, that's okay. The only thing we need you to do now is, you can't work here anymore, unfortunately. We're going to have to let you go. And I was so relieved.
Wow.
Because he said to me, we don't get the police involved. Because if we got the police involved,
But what about all the other people with hidden cameras?
Oh, well. He said to me, we don't get the police involved. Because if we did, we'd have the police here every bloody weekend.
Yeah.
We understand what young people are like. We just deal with it internally. You lose your job. And, and I was like, okay. And he went, don't worry about the others. I'm aware of the others. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. 9 of us got sacked.
Flipping
But what annoyed
heck.
me was I was the only one who didn't steal anything.
Right, yeah.
Everybody else had been stealing for ages. And I said to them, did they get the police involved? I went, no. I stole $4,000 worth of stuff in total. And
That's insane.
didn't lose anything. Didn't have to give back one pair of socks. I tried to steal a pair of 13s. My problem is I think they were just such a big box.
Yeah. 2 hands, like carrying the TV out. You're 17.
I look like a delivery man at Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, where am I going to hide it? I'll just lean it to one side.
Flipping heck. Wow, there you go.
And I never stole again from a shop until I worked at...
Where did you steal from?
until I worked at the G-Star shop right next to the JD Sports, and I might have took a few belts. And,
G-Star. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Is that a clothes shop?
It's a close. Do you remember G-Star jeans?
No.
Back in 2009.
No, Gant.
Yeah, you're wearing a Gant jumper right
know.
now. I don't know Gant. Gant seems like the sort of thing like white kids with old money.
Brown kid with old money.
Brown kid with old money. Yeah,
Aye,
of course.
aye.
Man of the people.
Yeah,
Eshaan
very much
Akbar.
so.
We've
Yeah.
always said that about you. Man
Yeah,
of the
always.
people, of course.
Wow. That's
I'll be honest though, I definitely felt a lot of shame about it. But then when he didn't get the police involved and I got another job in retail, I remember thinking to myself, actually, that's very lucky. Because I thought he'd get the police involved. And
yeah, but also, like you said, you didn't actually end up stealing anything. It was an attempted burglary.
And then a year later, started comedy.
Yeah, then you just stole joy from comedy audiences.
Not true. That's not true. I mean, I can find audience members who would say that's true. But that not true. Do you ever think about that in comedy?
What?
Speaking of comedy, I was talking to someone about this the other day. I don't feel like an entertainer when I do comedy.
What do you feel like?
I just feel like a guy who is doing what he likes to do, and if the audience like it, cool. If they don't like it, like for example,
But if they do like it, they're entertained, right?
For example, the other day, no, literally yesterday, I did a gig, Central London for 99,
Yeah.
and the audience were horrendous. As in, they just didn't give much for jokes.
Right.
So every time I did jokes, they weren't enjoying it. And halfway through, I thought to myself, you know what, Darren? Try.
What does that mean? What were you doing before then?
What I mean by that is,
Yeah.
and then they're not really into your material.
Okay, yeah.
How
yeah.
about you try and spin plates for once? So, 'cause I believe
Talk to them.
I believe this with comedians. So there's comedians who are willing to spin plates on stage, as in you see them, something's not working, you see them try a bit with the audience, they'll try and be a bit more louder on the mic, they might try a bit that's a bit more physical. They're spinning plates to get the audience on side, whereas there's no plate spinning with me. I'm literally I'm doing this. If you don't enjoy it, don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You made the wrong decision today coming here.
This is you didn't order it, but this is what I'm serving you. Yeah.
Whereas literally yesterday at this gig, I thought to myself, give them try and spin plates.
Right.
So there was
What
a bunch
did
of nerdy Asian kids.
What kind of Asian?
Oh, Asian, as in there was a mixture. So
Okay.
there was like literally Indian, Pakistani, and Chinese.
Oh,
And
right.
there was 4 of them, so I called them the Asian in
Rice and
betweeners.
noodles.
Rice and noodles. I've always said that. My favorite carbs. And I called them the Asian in-betweeners just to get things going. And it blew up the room. And I just did crowd work with them. And I was like, I feel like an entertainer today.
With the OCs.
Because I'm trying to just work. And I did crowd work. Whereas normally, I would just be like, no, sorry, this is your medicine. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
So, but I never feel like an entertainer because that's why I don't really do corporate gigs as often because I never feel like I feel like an entertainer.
I had the opposite experience yesterday where it was a gig where they weren't really going for jokes, but I just plowed on through anyway because I was just like, I'm too tired.
So you literally did Darren.
Yeah.
You
I was
did a
like,
Darren
no,
at 90%.
I can't be bothered to make this worthwhile for you.
But how did you feel at the end of it?
Fine, got my money. Got my money and left.
That's how I normally feel. I'm like,
Yeah.
what can I tell you? Not for me.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, trying to be an entertainer, I felt like Robin Williams, dude.
Sometimes it's fun.
Yeah.
But you
I felt
got to be
Patch
feeling
Adams. I'm entertaining people, dude. Patch Adams, Darren.
But the thing is, for you to be able to entertain, you've got to either be feeling it if you're the kind of comedian we are,
Yeah.
or if you're like Bruce Forsyth, who already does that anyway.
Yeah.
That's his go-to. So, like, yesterday I had the opposite experience.
It's very strange. I always think of that Doug Stanhope quote where he talks about doing corporate gigs. He goes, "It's the only time you ever feel like a real prostitute on stage where you really have to. You're trying to entertain them, and it kind of goes against the modern comedian attitude of like coolness, as in like I'm just telling you these things, but I don't really want to tell you these things, man. Whereas you think of like entertainers like Joe Pasquale or like a Bobby Davro. And Les Dennis. These people are like, I'll do you one-liners, I'll tell you a story, I'll sing a song, oh, there's a balloon here, I'm doing magic now. Whereas for us, we're very like, just straight to the point, here's our story.
Yeah.
Even joke-telling comedians, I look at as being entertainers.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Milton J does his hair. Stupid.
Yeah, but Milton Jones is like a 30-year comic. He's been doing comedy back when it was like, silly shit. But if you think of somebody who's like a Glenn Moore, who for me, I think should be in best joke writers ever.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely
He's amazing.
Yeah, but he's not a silly looking guy. Even though he's a giant guy with a shirt and a tie button up, he's not a wacky hair, wacky shirt, or
Tim Vine.
Or Tim Vine or Emo Phillips, who just looks like a weirdo. He's just like a normal-ish looking guy who just does a run of hilarious, silly jokes.
Yeah.
That to me is far more an entertainer.
Corporate gigs, to the Doug Stanhope thing, corporate gigs can make you feel, like you said, that can make you feel shame.
Who the hell's hiring Doug Stanhope to do a corporate gig?
I know.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
crazy.
I saw. I saw Doug Stanhope when he did the Leicester Festival, and he was
That's the comedy festival.
not Leicester. Sorry, Leeds.
Leeds.
He was doing Leeds Festival. There's a clip on
the festival.
of Doug Stanhope, and he does a bit. And I don't mind saying the bit because he talks about how having kids is like the worst thing for the environment. And he talks about how people have a go at me for drinking and doing drugs or whatever when you're pushing out kids.
Right.
And he talks about he did a bit about massive vaginas, and he talks about how I could flip a coin inside there, right? This is Doug Stanhope. However, he's completely bombing.
Right.
They hate him so much.
Of course they do.
But you can see him slowly just go, like you see him
As in unhappy or?
unhappy, having the worst gig ever. And then at one point, and we're comedians, so we know that you're having the worst gig ever. Because he goes, I'm sure the next act will come on and give you what you want. And that's when you know you're dying. You're having.
And the next act was Jim Davidson.
Do you want to know who the next act was?
Who was it?
Gary Delaney. Just destroyed.
Oh, of course.
One-liner act, just destroyed.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, yeah. And then I saw, and again, I'm a big Doug Stanhope guy. I like his mind. I think he's one of the great writers in comedy. He then talks about how he can't perform in front of audiences that's not his anymore, which really stuck with me.
Yeah. That happens to us.
Because what he does, he's like, he just doesn't like it. He can't do it. He needs to be in front of his audience. And I saw that and was like, wow. And he's one of the greatest comics ever. I think he's a fucking genius. But as a comedian, I never want to be that guy. I
think you end up becoming that guy, though.
But you don't want to be. I want to be a guy who can turn up at the Glee Club, at the Comedy Store, do a 10, do a 20, and not have to worry about my material being so... Because that material, that's not festival stuff, man.
No, it's not festival stuff.
You can't
But then
do
also,
that.
sometimes you just get to a point where you've built an audience to the point where you're like, this is what I need to play to. I don't need to play to a drunken crowd at the 99.
Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to be
No, I
able to
don't think you do.
Don't you want to go to the... Like, you say you're selling out
Yeah.
1,000-seater venues everywhere,
Yeah.
which is mental if you can do a 1,000-seater everywhere. Don't you want to be able to turn up at the Glee Club, Birmingham, and just go on and just do a 20 of what you...
In principle, yes, but if I'm doing 1,000 seaters regularly, at that point, I don't want to do the clubs anymore.
But isn't there a point? And again, we're talking about it like at now because we're not at that stage.
Yeah,
but if we get to that stage, I'm like, I don't even reply to those emails
Yeah.
anymore. The Glee Club.
James
what?
99 Club, no, don't worry about that.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
99. I hope that's 99K. That's what I get. But don't you want to feel like you can still do those rooms? That really, when he said that really surprised me because I was like, wow, I don't ever want to be in that position where I never feel like I can
I think as comics, like, right now I'm doing a bit of tour support for Mickey Flanagan.
Yeah.
And he's like, it would be impossible for him to do those small club rooms because everyone would lose their minds. And then he wouldn't know what is and isn't funny anymore.
Yeah.
Because that's what ends up happening is you're like, they're just happy to see me because they paid 20 quid. They had no idea I was going to turn up.
However,
They still all run them out at places like the Glee, though, don't they? I've seen Mickey Flanagan
he'll still
test his tour show.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean like Mickey turning up and doing like, doing like an hour of his new material at the Glee.
You mean just
I
Club
mean
20?
him turning up to a bill where me and you are on
Yeah.
and somebody else and whatever, just like a normal gig. I don't ever want to lose that as a comedian because to me, that is the most fun. Like, tour shows are great. Come see us. Come see The Pretender, of course. But turning up randomly at a gig in Manchester with a bunch of, pro comedians and doing 20 as an unnamed person, to me, I think it's so fun. I never want to lose that as a comic.
I think doing new, you've got to do in front of audiences that don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Or, like, didn't expect you.
Yeah.
I think that will always be...
But then it's great for us when we turn up and, we're opening for Mickey Flanagan on his tour. You did some of them, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
Great. I did Portsmouth. It was amazing.
And he's the fucking best.
Yeah, he's such a nice dude.
He's so great. And he's got the best option because I know his new tour, he's probably just doing like theatres and stuff, isn't he? He doesn't even want... That's how you know that he's like a true comic where he can do arenas, but he'd rather just go...
Well, we had a conversation about that because... We were talking about arenas, and he was just like, I don't really think I'm going to do arenas again.
He's done so many arenas.
Yeah.
He holds
he's
the
got a record.
Yeah, he holds the record for the O2.
But he's like, I just don't... He goes, you'd go there, it's just... He said to me that he felt like he was a victim of his own success, just like carrying on.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in comedy. Someone tells you, keep going. And then he realised that he just didn't get that feeling.
It's not a great room.
Whereas when we did Portsmouth, he was like, it's close, it's amazing,
Yeah.
everyone's in, it feels great.
He feels more like a comic again as opposed to when you do those giant arenas. The only difference is, of course, you can do one arena for one day or you can do 5 days in a theatre. 2000.
Yeah.
And
Steve Martin very famously said this, didn't he?
yes, he did. What was his book called that we all used to read when we started? Born Standing Up.
Yeah.
When I
What did he
started
say?
comedy, everybody would talk about Born Standing Up.
What did he say in it?
He said that he quit doing live stand-up because he could just walk on stage and the audience would applaud. He'd say the name of the place and the audience would applaud. And he'd say, good night, and walk off stage and the audience would applaud. Didn't matter what he'd say, people would just applaud. So it had no meaning to it.
It's like that Jerry Seinfeld thing where he talks about when you're famous, really famous, you get 30 seconds of just hysterics.
Yeah.
Where it's just, you've done absolutely nothing. And the audience lose their mind for you.
Yeah.
And even if you're like a mediocre, average material, you will carry that through.
Of course,
for an
because
hour.
they just happen to see you.
Yeah, you will carry that through for an hour. So I really respect that about Mickey, man. One thing about Mickey, and I didn't expect us to go off about Mickey, as nice as he is. I've never heard so many people who are very working class and don't really follow comedy, stand-up comedy, talk about how he speaks to them.
Yeah.
I remember Susie Ruffle, who obviously Susie's great. Her family, I've met her mum and dad, they're good eggs, man. They talk about how Mickey Flanagan's the only comic they've ever heard who speaks to them as a working class person.
Right, yeah.
My family, as a black working class family, Mickey Flanagan speaks to them and they fucking love Mickey Flanagan.
He's from Bethnal Green, like he knows from the East
He's
End.
selfish, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's very
he
good
was a
that
bricklayer as well for a bit.
me and you have got the same agent
We've got the same agent.
as Mickey.
Thank you so much for listening to the Comedian's Comedian podcast.
We really did go off on like a weird.
I don't know how that happened today, but if I did.
I really enjoyed that.
Me too, but I think what happened was having a camera stand just made us feel a bit more reflective about
It's weird because
comedians.
because the camera we're talking to for people watching on YouTube
is a phone.
Is literally Owen's phone.
Yeah.
Also, can we just say big thank you to everybody for the comments for the podcast.
Yeah, man.
We've had so many amazing comments about the chemistry. We've had a lot of comments. Just people have said everything about a podcast seems so professional.
Yeah.
Which is literally Owen and Alice. They've literally just gone. It seems so professional as opposed to obviously what me and you were
Can I
doing.
just read a part of this message that I got today at the time of recording at 10 past 3? Oh, hey, I'm not going to say the name of the person, but thank you very much. You know who you are. Oh, hey, Eshaan, I've just binged all the Shame is Delicious podcasts. Check us up on YouTube, Spotify, all that kind of great places. And they say, I love it. I can't wait for more. I've been so ill this week and I really needed the boost of energy and fun to get me to paint my kitchen. And that podcast was just what I needed. And also she agrees with me about the Beatles and Paul McCartney.
That's okay. You didn't need to add the end part of that.
But there you go. So
I appreciate the support, but you're fucking insane.
No, you're absolutely right.
But yeah, obviously all the comments we've had really warms our heart. It
does warm our heart because we're Darren and I are so incredibly busy. Alice and Owen are so incredibly busy as well, and we all try and come together at least to try and record this podcast. So when you say to us that you're loving it, that makes us happy. Keep spreading the word. Give us those 5-star reviews if you haven't done.
Yeah,
already.
we want to start. I don't check any of the chart stuff, but we want to start getting up there.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is we want to build this with you. So you guys keep listening, keep telling your friends, keep sharing those clips, keep liking those clips, because that helps us get the podcast out to more people, and you can hear some amazing stories about Darren's past life being a little petty thief, but he didn't even do the thieving, and he still got sacked.
Pussy. Absolute pussy I was.
And
real wimp.
So
keep supporting this podcast. Also, send in your shameful stories as well.
Yeah, we do need more of those.
So we definitely need more shameful stories. It can be stories that you are obviously feel a lot of shame about, or stories that you don't feel any shame about, but people tell you they are. Give us those as well, because we need to start implementing more of them.
Tell us if you've stolen anything. Like, what's the worst thing you've stolen? Just
what's the worst thing
tell
you've
us
stolen?
that. We'll talk about that.
What's the worst thing you've done in your life where you go, ooh? And obviously you can be anonymous as well. We really appreciate all of them. Anything else we want to plug? Obviously, go see Eshaan. He's got his tour on sale, The Pretender. Do come. If you live in London, do come and see my show. You Dress Funny. It's an amazing. We are doing a Birmingham and a Manchester one as well. Yeah. We've got the dates sorted.
They do dress funny up there, to be fair.
Fucking do come and say, why are you one of my best friends? I don't know.
What was wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that? First of all, you're the most racist person I've ever known. I feel
like what? So many people have said this to me.
No, yeah, it's true.
I'm not though.
What do you mean? So many people have said this to you. Why is this new to you? This is like a.
I'm not racist. I like playing with racism. I think it's a funny thing.
Yeah, because you're racist.
No, but it's just funny.
You're racist. You. Here's the thing about Eshaan as well.
Here we go.
Before we leave, people message me and go, "Rah, Eshaan's like a real Tory, huh?" but they think you're like Priti Patel, Kwasi Kwarteng Tory as well,
you know.
because you're like public school.
Little they know,
Like
I am
private
very
school.
much of the Jacob Rees-Mogg mould.
You know what I like about him? I just like the fact that he's like a ghost from some sort of Civil War past.
My hero.
He's always up my. All right, I don't really. He's so English. I didn't know those people existed. I used to look at Boris Johnson and go, "Right, this guy's like a real Englishman." And then I met him, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Legend.
What
a guy.
Legend.
Follow us at Shame Delicious on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
shame is delicious.
everywhere else.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's it, really. Give us 5 stars. And also, give us our fucking cameras back. If you're, because we know you're watching.
Dickhead.
Knobhead.
Fucking hate you. I'm going to
Twat.
kill you. Steal our cameras, you prick.
Get shingles.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious.